Yo, Beta Squad! What's up, fish fanatics? If you're anything like me, you probably stared at your beta, mesmerized by their vibrant colors, their flowing fins, their sassy attitude. You see this living jewel, this tiny aquatic emperor, and you think, wow, what a gorgeous fish. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where did all this beauty, all this fire, all this history actually come from? Seriously, folks, we're talking about a fish that's been around for centuries, shaped by nature, then by human hands, and has a story so epic, so full of twists and turns, it puts most Hollywood blockbusters to shame. Today, we're not just scratching the surface, we are diving headfirst into the ancient, often brutal, but undeniably magnificent saga of the betta fish. Get ready to have your mind blown, because the little guy flaring in your tank has a past richer and more complex than you could possibly imagine. This isn't just a fish, it's a living legend, and understanding its journey will not only deepen your appreciation, but also make you an even better, more informed betta guardian. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a time-traveling adventure. You asked for it, and we're delivering. Today's mission, should you choose to accept it, is to uncover the complete, no-holds-barred history of the betta fish, from the muddy rice paddies of Southeast Asia to the high-tech aquariums of today. We're tracing every fin stroke, every genetic mutation, every cultural shift that transformed a humble, short-finned wild fish into the stunning, diverse creature we know and love as the Siamese Fighting Fish. Many beginners, and even some experienced hobbyists, only know the betta as the beautiful pet they picked up at the store. They see the vibrant colors, the elaborate fins, and the fierce personality. But what if I told you that the fish you see today is a product of centuries of natural selection, followed by intense human intervention, cultural significance, and a global journey that spans continents? It's true. We're talking about a history that's as colorful as the fish itself, a story of survival, combat, beauty, and evolution, both natural and artificial. This isn't just about dates and names, it's about understanding the very essence of what makes a betta a betta. So let's peel back the layers and truly appreciate the incredible lineage of these aquatic gladiators. Before we jump into the chronological deep end, let's pause and consider why understanding betta history is so profoundly important. What can we learn from their past that impacts us, the betta keepers of today? Think of it like this. Every species has a blueprint, a set of instructions encoded in its DNA, shaped by its environment and experiences over millennia. For bettas, that blueprint is particularly fascinating because it's been so heavily rewritten by human hands. Hypothesis 1. The aggression enigma. Many new betta owners are often surprised by their fish's intense aggression. They put two bettas together, a big no-no usually, or even see their male betta constantly flaring at its own reflection or their finger. My hypothesis is that without understanding their historical context as fighting fish, this aggression can seem baffling or even problematic. We need to analyze why they are so naturally combative. It's not just a quirk, it's a deep-seated survival instinct amplified by centuries of selective breeding. Their history as pla kat, biting fish in Thailand isn't just a fun fact. It's the root of their territorial nature. Hypothesis 2. The beauty paradox. Look at a modern half-moon or crown-tail betta. Their fins are ridiculously long, their colors are blinding. Now picture a wild betta. Short fins, duller colors, built for stealth and survival, not flash. How did we get from point A to point B? My hypothesis is that many assume these elaborate traits are natural evolutionary developments, but the truth is they are almost entirely human-engineered. This massive shift reveals the incredible power of selective breeding and the aesthetic desires of breeders across generations. Understanding this helps us appreciate the fragility and artificiality of some of these traits, and thus the special care they require. Hypothesis 3. The betta in a cup conundrum. The image of a betta in a tiny cup is unfortunately ubiquitous. It's a sad reality of mass production. My hypothesis here is that a lack of historical context contributes to this poor perception of their needs. If you don't know that bettas evolved in vast, albeit shallow, rice paddies, or that they were once revered fighting animals, you might mistakenly believe a tiny cup is adequate. Learning their natural habitat and their journey through the hobby can shatter this misconception, empowering us to advocate for better welfare.
So before we unravel the timeline, let's get you engaged. Let's see if you can already start connecting the dots. Ask yourself these questions. Have you ever wondered why your betta always wants to fight its reflection or flares at your finger, even though it's clearly not a rival fish? Does that innate aggression make more sense now, knowing its lineage as a plakat? When you look at the incredible variety of fin shapes and colors available today, the half-moons, the crown tails, the iridescent blues and reds, do you ever think about how different they must have looked in the wild? Can you imagine the painstaking effort, the countless generations of breeding it took to create those specific traits? Do you currently keep your betta in a small bowl or a tiny tank? If so, does the idea that their ancestors roamed vast, interconnected waterways, even shallow, make you reconsider the space and enrichment they truly need? What's the one thing that still mystifies you about betta fish? Could the answer to that mystery lie hidden in their ancient past, waiting to be discovered? Keep these questions in your mind as we journey back in time, because the answers to why your betta behaves the way it does, why it looks the way it does, and how we can best care for it are all deeply rooted in its incredible, centuries-long history. It's time to truly understand the magnificent creature swimming in your tank. All right, let's rewind the clock way back, possibly over 1,000 years ago, to the lush, tropical landscapes of Southeast Asia. We're talking specifically about what is now modern-day Thailand, but also parts of Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia. This is the ancestral homeland of Betta splendens, the species we commonly refer to as the Siamese fighting fish. The wild origins, survival in the rice paddies, pre-19th century. Imagine a landscape dominated by rice paddies, floodplains, and slow-moving streams. These aren't pristine, crystal-clear rivers, but rather often murky, oxygen-depleted, and sometimes stagnant waters. This is where our betta story truly begins. The wild Betta splendens, known locally as pla cod, which means biting fish in Thai, looked vastly different from the show fish we admire today. They were smaller, generally only reaching about 2 to 2.5 inches in length, and their colors were far more subdued. Think earthy tones, browns, muted greens, some speckles of red or blue, designed for camouflage to hide from predators like birds and larger fish. Their fins were short, sturdy, and practical, built for quick bursts of speed to navigate dense vegetation and escape danger, not for elaborate display. Long, flowing fins would have been a massive hindrance in their natural environment, easily snagging on plants or making them slow and vulnerable. But don't let their humble appearance fool you. These wild bettas were, and still are, incredibly resilient and resourceful. Their most remarkable adaptation is undoubtedly their labyrinth organ. This specialized organ, located above their gills, allows them to breathe atmospheric air directly from the surface. Think of it like a primitive lung. Why is this so crucial? Because their natural habitats, those shallow rice paddies and temporary pools, often dry up or become severely oxygen depleted, especially during the dry season. While other fish would perish, the betta could gulp air from the surface and survive. This ability is a cornerstone of their survival and one of the defining characteristics that makes them so unique. It also explains why, even today, your betta needs access to the surface of the water. Beyond their breathing apparatus, wild bettas are fierce and territorial. Males will vehemently defend their chosen territory from other males, engaging in spectacular but often short, ritualized fights that establish dominance. They primarily feed on small insects, insect larvae, and zooplankton found in their environment. Their diet and hunting style further honed their quick reflexes and aggressive tendencies. They were perfectly engineered by nature for survival in a challenging, ever-changing environment. It's a testament to natural selection at its finest. Fast forward to the 19th century, particularly in Siam, now Thailand. The local people, especially farmers and villagers, had long observed the incredible aggression and territorial nature of the plough cod. They noticed how males would fight each other with such intensity, even to the death, and they began to find entertainment in these natural spectacles. This observation marked the very beginning of betta domestication. Initially, these were just casual observations, perhaps a wager between neighbors on which wild-caught fish would win, but it quickly evolved into a cultural phenomenon. People started selectively breeding bettas not for beauty, but for enhanced fighting prowess. This meant selecting for traits like greater aggression, endurance, larger mouths, and stronger jaws. Over generations, these fighting bettas developed slightly more robust bodies and perhaps a hint more color than their purely wild counterparts, but they were still far from the decorative fish of today. Their purpose was singular: to fight. The popularity of betta fighting grew so immense that by the early 1800s, it had become a widespread form of entertainment and gambling. It was even sanctioned and taxed by the monarchy. In fact, it's said that King Rama III of Siam, reigned 1824 to 1851, was so fascinated by these fighting fish that he personally owned and bred them. He even granted licenses for betta fights, recognizing their cultural and economic significance. This royal endorsement solidified the betta's place in Siamese culture, not just as a wild creature, but as a prized animal. This is also the period when the betta first captured the attention of Western explorers and naturalists. The first recorded instance of a betta being introduced to the Western world was in the 1840s, when a Danish physician and zoologist named Dr. Theodore Cantor obtained some fighting fish from Siam. He sent some specimens back to Europe, sparking initial curiosity. However, it wasn't until the late 19th and early 20th centuries that the betta truly began its global journey as an aquarium fish. The formal introduction of Betta splendens to the Western world as an aquarium species began in earnest around the turn of the 20th century. In 1892, a Frenchman named Monsieur Pierre Carbonnier brought bettas from Thailand to Paris, France. These were still primarily the short-finned, fighting-type bettas, but their striking colors when flaring and their unique breathing ability intrigued European aquarists. From France, they quickly spread to Germany around 1896, and then across the Atlantic to the United States around 1910. Interestingly, the initial fascination in the West was still largely due to their fighting prowess. People were captivated by their aggression and the spectacle of two males interacting.
However, a significant shift began to occur. While some continued to breed them for fighting, a growing number of Western hobbyists and breeders started to see their potential for beauty. This was a pivotal moment. The focus began to shift from pure combat effectiveness to aesthetics. Breeders, particularly in Germany and the US, started to selectively breed for longer fins and more vibrant colors. This was a slow, meticulous process, requiring patience and keen observation. The goal was no longer the fiercest fighter, but the most visually stunning fish. The result of these early breeding efforts was the veil-tail Betta. This was arguably the first distinct ornamental fin type, characterized by its long, flowing, asymmetrical caudal fin and extended dorsal and anal fins. It became incredibly popular and, for many decades, was synonymous with the betta fish in Western aquariums. If you saw a betta fish in a pet store in the mid-20th century, chances are it was a veil-tail. This period truly marked the betta's transformation from a utilitarian fighting fish to a beloved ornamental pet. The genetic explosion, a kaleidoscope of fins and colors, mid-20th century to late 20th century. The mid-20th century, particularly post-World War II, ushered in what many consider the golden age of betta breeding. The aquarium hobby boomed, and with increased international trade and communication, breeders in Asia, especially Thailand, and the West, like the US and Germany, began to push the boundaries of betta genetics like never before. This was a period of incredible innovation, where the focus on aesthetics intensified, leading to an explosion of new fin types and color patterns. Breeders, driven by passion and a desire to create something truly unique, began to understand and manipulate betta genetics more systematically. They applied principles of selective breeding with an almost artistic vision. Let's talk about the key fin type developments that revolutionized the betta world. The half moon. This was a game changer, arriving around the 80s. The goal was to breed a betta whose caudal fin, when fully flared, would spread to a perfect 180-degree angle, forming a magnificent D shape or half circle. Achieving this required meticulous breeding, selecting for wider fin rays and stronger musculature to support such a large fin. It quickly became one of the most sought-after and iconic fin types, demanding a high price and winning countless awards. The crown tail. Originating in Indonesia in the late 1990s, the crown tail is instantly recognizable by the spikes or rays extending beyond the webbing of its fins, giving it a crown-like appearance. It's a truly striking and unique mutation that added another layer of visual drama to the betta's repertoire. The plakat. Plakat literally means fighting fish in Thai, and these short-finned bettas represent a return to the wild-type finnage, but with a crucial difference. They possess the vibrant colors and strong body forms developed through generations of ornamental breeding. Placats are known for their powerful swimming, agility, and often intense personalities, and they've gained immense popularity in recent decades for their robust health and understated beauty. They're often considered the sports cars of the betta world. The double tail. This stunning variety features a caudal fin that is split into two distinct lobes, often accompanied by a broader dorsal fin. It's a genetic mutation that creates a truly unique silhouette, adding to the betta's already diverse form. Delta and super delta. These are essentially variations of the veil tail, but bred for wider caudal fins, approaching but not quite reaching the 180-degree spread of a half moon. They offer a beautiful intermediate option. Rose tail and feather tail. These are extreme variations of the half moon, where the fin rays branch excessively, creating a ruffled, rose petal-like appearance. While stunning, they often come with their own unique care challenges due to the sheer volume of finnage.
As we enter the 21st century, betta fish continue their remarkable journey, showcasing an astonishing diversity of fin types and colors shaped by decades of intensive breeding. Today's bettas resemble living flames, iridescent jewels, or graceful dancers, clear evidence of their extraordinary genetic potential. However, their global popularity has also raised serious ethical concerns. Mass production, especially in Southeast Asia, led to the widespread practice of keeping bettas in tiny cups or bowls in pet stores. This cost-driven approach created the false impression that bettas thrive in small spaces, when in reality they do not. This misconception sparked the movement for ethical betta keeping. Knowledgeable hobbyists began advocating for proper care, larger tanks of at least 5 gallons, stable heating, filtration, a suitable diet, and enriched environments with plants and shelters. Beyond domesticated bettas, there is growing awareness of wild betta species and the need for conservation. Betta splendens is only one of more than 70 recognized species, many with unique behaviors and breeding methods. Sadly, many wild bettas and their natural habitats are threatened by deforestation, agriculture, and pollution, emphasizing the importance of responsible sourcing and habitat protection. Looking ahead, betta keeping has a promising future. Breeders continue developing new traits while paying more attention to health and genetics, and the global community is more connected than ever in sharing knowledge and passion. From humble fighters in muddy rice paddies to stunning icons of the aquarium world, the betta's journey reflects evolution, human influence, and a lasting bond between people and this magnificent fish. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the history of betta fish. From humble beginnings in muddy rice paddies to royal courts, breeding halls, and modern aquariums, the betta's story is more than just a timeline. It's a reflection of how human choices have shaped this remarkable species. But history isn't just something to admire, it's something to learn from. In the next video, we'll take everything you've learned here and turn it into something practical and powerful. Pro tips: connecting history to better betta care.